It's time to unlock the armory.
I'm going to talk specifically about the bench work that I'm doing right now. Last month was 4 weeks with 1 week being a deload, and that involved doing the Jim Wendler 3-5-1 format and also incorporating the conjugate method for the bench press. So my light and then a heavy bench day. Light bench day would be day one when I did my shoulder work. So I did my shoulder work first, followed up with speed bench. And last month I was doing, and I'll link it in the description, basically the video I did on that one using the weight releasers. This month I'm going to break it down a little more and do it into chunks of 2 weeks and then a deload, 2 weeks and then a deload. See how that goes. And I'm not going to incorporate on my speed work days, I'm not going to incorporate the weight releasers this month. I found, yes, they were good, but it was, for me, I'm over 50, so it was a little harsh on the shoulders with that weight. But I do believe the weight releasers are very good, similar to doing, like, let's say a bamboo bar or something like that, where the weight is very unstable. You put those weight releasers on there, even if it's not max weight, but you put those weight releasers on towards the end of the bar, and that bar is extremely hard to control, especially if you have bands on it, chains, whatever. All that stuff contributes to destabilizing the bar. And I'll tell you, the first time I took that bar out with all that weight on it last month, every freaking muscle in my upper body was firing to control that weight. And the other thing too is, especially if you're doing max work like that for the eccentric phase, you need someone there to help you bring the bar out and keep an eye on you just in case it'll take definitely the first workout to get used to it. By the second and third workout, your body is more adapted to it, but it is a real curve on your body that when you first start to do it. So make sure you got a spotter. This month, it's going to be 2 weeks, like I said, of working up, and then a week deload, and then back into it. So essentially my game plan is, last month my main max effort work was floor press to attack the weak spot, which is the mid-range of my bench press, mid to end range. This month, for the first 2 weeks, I'm going to do close grip bench press. So it's a full range of motion, working on my triceps, which will help that portion of my weak spot of my bench press. And then a deload, and then I'm going to go into more of another essentially mid-range exercise, so it'll be a 2-board press for those 2 weeks, followed by another deload. So what I did here was, on my deload after my 3 weeks last month, I went into a deload, and on my deload week, I figured out what exercise I was going to use for this week, which is going to be the close grip bench press. And I essentially just picked a weight, and I've done close bench press a lot, so I figured I would pull out something that wasn't a maximum weight. So I took an arbitrary number, about 275, and did an ANRAP set with it. And from there, I took those numbers, plugged it into a 1RM calculator, and came out with what my estimated 1 rep max would be. And I based everything from my working sets this week and my joker sets based off of that value. So we'll see how it goes today. This is week 1, and my estimated max for the close grip bench press was 365 pounds.